Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and we welcome you once again to the NDSL for our third game of the day. It's in the 25 and under division. It'll be between the San Beda Red Lions and the KNZL Believers. And again, better stay tuned. We still have a couple more games after this one. And this is still Cholo Pangilinan and the Bill Velasco along with Beyonce Puspus at the sidelines covering all 6 games today. So again, better buckle up and enjoy the ride. But for now, we'll be turning over to Ryan Pajaro for the starting 5.
Sports Center, Pasay City. This is game 3 of 6, elimination round of the inaugural season of the National Developmental Sports League. This time, the 25-under competition featuring the undefeated San Beda University Red Lions versus KNZL Believers. And now let's meet the starters first for the SBU Red Lions. At center, number 20, Inigo Torres. Point forward, number 19, Aldo Storcolas. The other forward, number 8, JC Bonzalida. Point guard, number 6, Daniel Marcelo. And shooting guard, number 2, Kuldora. Head coach for the Red Lions, Andre Santos. And now the starters for your KNZL Believers. At center, number 6, Christian Kamay. Point guard, number 22, Reed Bucklig. Shooting guard, number 8, Eris Romero. Small forward, number 30, Earl Ceniza. And power forward, number 23, Joshua Villamor. Head coach for the Believers is Mark Herrera. Our officials for this game, crew chief Arnold Ritos. Umpire 1, Irwin Calzada. Umpire 2, Ding Aspiras. This game is under the supervision of our Commissioner Joel Ngo. This is the National Developmental Sports League, ang Liga ng Atletang Pilipino.
Our starting 5 first for the San Beda Red Lions. It's Marcelo, Kuldora, Torculas, Bonzalida, and Torres. And for KNZL, Bucklig, Romero, Ceniza, Villamor, and Kamay starting for them. And as we all know, the San Beda Red Lions, very great performance so far.
And what a whopping height advantage they have over the Believers.
Even before the game started, even when they're already warming up, you can already see.
So let's see how KNZL will use their speed to get some kind of advantage. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign.
So Kuldora plants the flag for the first 2 points of this game. But of course, the system of Coach Mark Herrera, known to have really small players, but, dominate outside the line, outside the 3-point line at least.
Well, let's see.
Marcelo, in and out. Put back is good. Same guy, Miles Kuldora. First 4 points from Miles. Ceniza, expect him to have a couple of shots this game. Same with that guy, Reed Bucklig.
So far, they're getting hammered off the glass.
And they will need all the production they can get from those 2 scorers. As Bonzalida, that's off the back iron. I'd expect Kamay to have a hard time against the tall front court.
Oh yeah, one shot to a customer. Sabi nga nila, as they always say, only the first one is free. Let's see a fast break of warning here.
Ceniza, sidestep to Villamor. Not that time for Joshua.
That's very clean defense. Just go straight up into the air.
Bonzalida, outside. Marcelo fires for 3. Bang!
Now, how do you stop that if you're KNZL?
Daniel Marcelo showing some range to make this a 7-0 start for the Red Lions.
7-0.
Romero using that Ceniza pick. Bucklig attacks. Bucklig, basket and one.
That's one way to equalize. Get a good first step, attack the basket, get some fouls.
Another look at that Reed Buckleague fearless drive among the Giants.
He disappeared for a moment. But take a look at how deep the bench of San Beda is too. A lot of tall timber.
It's gonna be a long day for Kianzil basketball. But of course,
You're really nasty today. Huh? Just kidding.
but they have a full house. So
They're putting up a fight.
Marcelo outside. Aldous for three, no good.
There's a push. Now that's unnecessary if you're San Beda. You're already a full head taller than everybody else.
You should have some mercy, you know? You don't have to push them.
Play fair.
As Buckleague looking to score again, he does.
That's what they were talking about. Speed and outside shooting are the two things that will save the day for Kianzil.
Good thing they have the likes of Reed Buckleague, Earl Siniza, Rosfer Palad, Cian Gulioso on the bench. Cordora for three. Too strong. Villamor with the rebound.
San Beda is experimenting here and it may hurt them.
Villamor no good with that right hand.
Now the challenge for Kianzil is to raise their shooting percentage because you're not getting many second shots.
Meanwhile, Marcelo getting fouled on his way to the cup. Two freebies for the new transferee of San Beda, former CEU Scorpion.
Romero fouling from behind. Got left behind on the play too.
First one is good for Daniel Marcelo.
You know, one thing you really have to marvel at with San Beda is not only do they retain a lot of their high school players, but they also recruit very well from the provinces, you know, Palarong Pambansa, the Batang Pinoy, all those major intersports competitions.
That's a great point because, you know, it's only either one for every school. It's either they recruit well, they get good high school players, or they you know, develop their already present players.
But they're doing both. And they're one of the first schools to even train their basketball team overseas.
Meanwhile, we have a development right here. Buckleague shooting some
Missed the first.
freebies.
But he's the lone bright spot so far for Kianzil.
Earl Siniza yet to produce.
So they're only down by 3. Not bad.
4 minutes, almost 4 minutes passing by. Culdora losing the basketball. Buckleague was too fast, but he steps out of bounds.
Underestimated his shoe size.
He's not that small. As Culdora will bring it out. Marcelo to him again for three. Short. Torres gets it back.
That's the confidence of San Beda. They can take all the outside shots they want because they know they've got some huge rebounders.
So Inigo Torres will be tested at the line for two freebies. First one is no good for the big guy.
Well, normally, I mean, stereotypically, they say the bigger you are, the worse you are at shooting free throws and the worse you are at dribbling. So that is something that the believers could exploit.
But hopefully San Beda can prove that saying wrong. Torculas was looking for it. Villamor able to convert off that alley-oop.
That was smart because if he had put the ball down, he certainly would have gotten his shot blocked.
Marcelo.
2-point game, partner.
San Beda just taking it easy. Torculas will miss. They get it back. Two bodies on the floor make it three.
You know, San Beda may be taking this game a little lightly, shooting from the outside instead of pounding it in the paint.
Meanwhile, a Passerelle-like substitution for San Beda.
For those of you who are not familiar, Passerelle is a juniors tournament where they sub in platoons.
And now we turn it over to Beyonce Puspus for a report.
facing the current #1 team is like facing the Giants, with NDSL believers hoping that although they might be a younger team, even having a 2006-born player like Urbania, their starting five will still lead them to pulling a divine win. Cholo and Bill coach Gudo was tight-lipped but smiling when asked how they'll overcome the Red Lions, but he seems pretty confident in his silence, with exception of a few words saying, "Just watch." Well, let's watch whether these believers can keep up and even tame the Red Lions, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Beyonce. And you know, they're the believers. They're called the believers for a reason.
Yeah, they have faith, and they've tied the game at 10.
Meanwhile, former Red Cubs MJ Failosos and Randall Medroso just entered the game as MJ makes his first 2 points. Meanwhile, Reed Baklig going airborne.
Oh, he's carrying Kianzel in this game.
Medroso getting swarmed. Indeed, Reed Baklig keeping Kianzel alive, at least for this first period. We'll take another look. It was too fast. Reed Baklig against the much taller Lawrence Hawkins.
Well, he merely exploited gravity there. You're heavier, so you go down faster.
Of course, Reed Baklig and his teammates as well. A mix of juniors and seniors,
Yep.
AMA University Kings.
And don't look now, but Kianzel has the chance to take the lead.
Romero is way outside. Baklig again. Up against Dom Sarigumba. Seniza for 3. That's off. We have yet to see his production. Talking about Earl.
Okay, that is the 4th team foul now on the Believers, so they'll be giving away free throws from now on with 3 minutes to go.
And Reed already has 2 fouls. Let's see if Coach Judah Villamor has any plans of subbing him out.
Yes, that's a gamble keeping him on the floor. But the question is, where is your offense going to come from if you take him out?
Sarigumba. Medroso inside to Lawrence Hawkins. Easy 2.
That's a great play because, you know, if you can get as close to the basket as possible, do it.
Villamor to Baklig.
Now Baklig double team.
And I'm sure it's an honor for him to be double teamed by the Red Lions.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he'd rather not have all that attention. And now both teams in the penalty.
Romero will bring it out. Kamay hands it off to Reed. Baklig going right, stopping. Romero attacking. They have 4 seconds. He loses it. Medroso in transition. Seniza swiping the rock. Romero. This time it's Seniza. He puts one up. First 2 points of the game for the Pearl.
That is such a classic nickname. You know? It goes back to before you were born. Earl the Pearl Monroe.
Meanwhile, Dom Sarigumba showing he can do more than just flush.
I think San Beda got a wake-up call because they were toying with the outside shooting, and all of a sudden, Kianzel became a real threat.
Kamay losing it against Sarigumba. Here comes Dom. To Hawkins, swiped away by Joshua Villamor. The Pearl in transition. Seniza. Oh, goaltend called on Dom Sarigumba.
He really got up there.
So Kianzel will take the 2 points.
So basket interference makes it an automatic 2 points. One way that the smaller players get away with that is they just toss it off the backboard even on the way up. So if you touch it, that's 2 points.
Dom Sarigumba was over-aggressive that time. Speaking of over-aggressive, Lawrence Hawkins being a giant down low, a chance to make it a 3-point play. With under a minute remaining, let's take another look Again,
A lot of coaches teach you the biggest threat is always the inbounder because nobody pays attention to him.
Hawkins sinks that shot.
They're building the lead again. Wow. This is the problem now of Kianzel. The composure, the composure and the chemistry of this team under pressure.
Medroso. Stolen by Villamor. Picked up by Ceniza. Earl brings it down against a rookie. Ceniza. Not that time. Hamora to Dom. Vailosia's high pass. Sarigumba flying, but couldn't make it. Redeems himself.
And Romero's looking around. Where are you guys? More pressure by San Beda. What a way to close out the quarter.
Romero bringing it down. Foul called on Vailoses.
That's 2 free throws for Romero.
There is Romero, a chance to cut the 6-point lead. Very manageable.
That's true. But you gotta make your free throws.
Second one on its way for Eris Romero. 0 out of 2 for Romero.
Beda has to keep track of the time.
Hamora crossover, outside dish. Vailoses for 3.
Good idea, good idea.
Not the best period for the rookie MJ Vailoses. Nevertheless, San Beda will end this period with a 6-point lead. And if you're Kianzel, you should be happy with that kind of a deficit. But of course, you'll be more happy with a lead. And we'll see if that happens at the end of the second period. We'll be back for more. To 16. 6-point lead handled by the Red Lions at the end of the first quarter. Now we begin our second period with a complete new 5 for Coach Andre's boys.
Well, that's one way to build the, chemistry is to have a certain group play together all the time. But now I think San Beda has been chastened already. They were up 10-0, and then all of a sudden lost the lead.
Oh, great find from Peregrina to Lopez for 3. But that won't work. Villamor outside to Dawis for 3. No good.
When earlier, Kianzel was beating San Beda by running the ball. Now they need to hit some 3-point shots to open up the defense.
And that's the purpose of Cyrus Mina in the roster. Lopez, no good. Reed in transition. Baklig gets blocked by Mina.
Took off too late.
JE, high pass to Tolentino for 2.
That might count as an attempt because it caught the net.
So no assist for JE. Nevertheless, a minute passing by chapter 2. First 2 points of this period belong to San Beda as they plant their flag.
Ceniza has been getting away with some warding off. Maybe the refs might want to look into that.
So we see Rosfer Palad and Cian Golioso enter the game. But a timeout first, called by Coach Andre Santos. As they're up by 8 points, nothing to worry about if you're the Red Lions. Back to the action, 24-16, 8-point lead for the Red Lions as they have, or they hold rather, the #1 spot in the 25 and under standings, 3-0. Meanwhile, the Believers having a 1-1 record, so this win can give them a little bit of a boost in the standings. Again, Cian Gulioso and Rosfer Palad back in the lineup. Two of the dynamic scorers of the AMA University Kings.
Cannot find an open shot. San Beda's that timeout was good because it allowed them to adapt their defense.
Mina. Up top, Alioso. Lopez this time.
Oh, that's wild.
That pass was too strong. So here goes Cian Gulioso. Villamor receives it. Palad this time. Back to Villamor. Swiped away by Mina. Tolentino this time. Lopez off the window, it's good.
Better control that time. Now, San Beda is putting the shoe on the other foot. They're the ones breaking down the defense with individual talent.
Gulioso unable to receive it properly. Alioso, high pass. Tolentino backing down the much smaller Palad.
Well, he didn't force the shot the first time because he was directly under the backboard. That's also a sign of maturity. Don't look now, the lead's 12.
Dawis for three, in and out.
Until Kianzel proves that they can consistently hit the three-point shot, this is going to be San Beda all the way.
That's one of their only two options. Again, you said it's either they hit the threes or, you know,
Run it up.
outspeed them.
Yeah. Smart move there to bounce it off an opposing player. That is usually credited to Philip Cesar in the Philippine Basketball Association back in the 80s.
Mina for three. Bingo!
(30-16).
So Kianzel able to hold off San Beda just for a while in the first. But right now, the Red Lions ready to pounce.
Without Batlik and Siniza, they're really impotent on offense. Could have been a foul there.
Outside it's Gulioso. Palad will try a three. Off to the right.
They have to put a deadline on missing all these three-point shots. You can't just hope that you'll make them eventually.
Gulioso asking for a pick. Sayat provides it outside to Dawis. Dawis outside again. They kept kicking it out. Gulioso has 6 to shoot. Cian goes one-on-one. Gulioso fades away. Still not working for Kianzel. Alioso to the corner. Mina this time. Mina to Alj. Alioso for three. Bingo!
Well, they're really trying to drive Kianzel into the ground. 33-16.
That is the goal. At that time, no one was there to check on Martinez.
Yes. See, without the three-point shooting, San Beda is just going to sit back and wait for the rebound.
Alioso to Mina for three. One more time for Zairos Mina.
They've doubled the output of Kianzel. Still half of the second quarter remaining.
So another passerelle-like substitution for San Beda. Again, this San Beda team mix of Team A and Team B players, but for now we'll be turning it over to Beyonce Puspos for a report.
Speaking of San Beda, Cholo, Red Lions head coach Andre Santos admitted that yes, when it comes to talent, they already have it in the bag. So now the real question is, how consistent can they be when it comes to executing their practice plays? He ensures to make their trainings light so the Red Lions can still have the legs for games. You've mentioned teamwork, Bill, and yes, also that's an integral part for Coach Andre, which he says is his biggest lesson from playing for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Let's see if that teamwork will keep them dominating this lead, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Beyonce. And that's right, Coach Andre Santos, former Ateneo Glory B player, of course, under the helm of Coach Tab Baldwin. And he has that same thing with Coach Yuri Escueta, actually, former Ateneo Blue Eagle as well.
Oh yeah, very good school.
So perhaps the system of Coach Tab Baldwin, sprayed a little on that San Beda team. Meanwhile, we saw Sinise hit a three. Marcelo unable to answer back.
Oh,
Gonzalida.
they're really manhandling Kianzel already. Enough with the experimentation. Because you also don't want to develop the habit of, like you say, playing with your food.
You have to finish it. As Culdora will send it out. Aldous to Daniel Marcelo for three. Bingo!
Oh boy, when it rains, it pours. And Kianzel not calling any timeouts.
Baklig stolen by Culdora. Culdora attacks. Culdora taking flight.
20-point bubble now.
Ceniza slicing the defense. Basket and one for the Pearl. Giving
He's
some daylight.
He's been concentrating on trying to get contact.
We'll take another look again. Ceniza giving the believers hope. Bonus freebie for Earl Ceniza.
He's been quiet so far in this game. They need his leadership as well.
3-point play completed by Ceniza. Marcelo to Culdora. Now Aldous. Marcelo again for three.
Good spacing by San Beda. Good boxing out by Kianzel in that play.
Now Baklig has it. Ceniza for three again. Bingo!
Now they're starting to climb up the mountain. It's still a 14-point game.
Gonzalida to Turculas. Stolen by Baklig. At the break, Reed. Outside, Del Rosario for three. One more three for Kianzel basketball.
Signs of life. The lead was 20. Now it's down to 11.
Slowly but surely, Kianzel climbing Mount Everest. Gonzalida losing it. Romero in transition. One-on-one. Romero making it.
Wisely going to the other side.
It's now a 9-point lead.
11-0 run.
Is San Beda playing with their food again?
Yes. And now their food is playing with them.
Ironically.
Normally, you make sure it's dead before you try to eat it.
So Josh Urbania enters the game for Reed Baklig. Torcula sends it home from downtown.
Ouch. Just when they were making progress.
It's back to 12.
That ends the run of Kianzel.
Romero to Ceniza.
Yeah, a good idea to put a taller player on the outside shooter.
Ceniza against Aldous. Inside to Urbania, outside to Del Rosario for three again. Too short, Torculas grabs it.
What a pass.
Too strong.
49 seconds left. Let's see how much more damage Kianzel can do.
45 seconds remaining. Romero dancing, scoops it up, and that goes in. That is Romero. Another layup, two-pointer for him.
First 2 baskets of the game coming at the right time.
Take another look. The spin, the scoop. It is Romero dancing. More importantly, only a 10-point lead for San Beda. Torculas. Great passing by San Beda. But a foul on Kianzel.
They're not yet in the penalty.
30 seconds remaining. Marcelo hits the corner. Stolen by Ceniza.
Lazy play by San Beda.
Earl the bump. 2 freebies coming up for the Pearl.
He's very smart at getting the contact. And he knows that San Beda is in the penalty. That's experience.
But no free throws apparently for Ceniza.
Only the 4th foul on San Beda.
To Romero. To Earl.
They'll use the clock.
Looking to dance.
4-second difference between the game clock and shot clock.
Shot clock at 5. Ceniza dancing. Ceniza scoring against Aldous. To beat the buzzer. No go for Torculas. And there you have it at the end of our first half. 44-36. 8-point lead handled by the San Beda Red Lions. The Kianzel believers believing they're still alive in this game, and they are. And we'll be back for more basketball. This is once again the National Developmental Sports League. But first we'll take note of the move of the game. Earl Ceniza is going at it, slaying the Giants. Fearless finish. And again, that does it for our move of the game. We'll be back for more. We go back to the action. 44-36 at the end of the half. Or at the half, rather. Again, San Beda just holding on to this not so big of a lead. KNZL still has a chance, but of course, you said that they only have two choices, either shoot the three ball or outspeed them.
Oh yeah, that's well, they've managed to accomplish a little bit of both, more of the running, especially in the first quarter. And take a look at the scoring here. Chinese coming to life in the second quarter.
And on the other side, a very distributed scoring again. San Beda sometimes getting caught playing with their food, but KNZL, you know, not wasting opportunities.
When we say playing with their food, it really means, you know, this is their game to lose. They can win this game handily if they play well.
Romero for three. No good.
I don't think that's the shot they wanted.
Sarigumba. Mendroso outside. Hamora attacking. Outside again. Dom.
Remember, this score was once 41-21, which means they've been outscored 15-3 until that basket. I'm talking about San Beda being outscored 15-3.
That is wild. So no reason to celebrate just yet, as Lawrence Hawkins just playing with babies.
Well, when
Chance.
you're that size, I mean, you should assert yourself.
I mean, actually, Lawrence Hawkins, if you're gonna base from NCAA teams, undersized big, but against KNZL is oversized.
He feels like Gulliver.
Another rebound yet again for Hawkins. Hamora attacks. No look pass inside to Medroso. He gets blocked by the much smaller Villamor. Or rather, that was Christian Kamay getting the block. We'll take another look. Again, Kamay sending that shot back to the friend zone. Saniz this time. Earl attacks. Earl, no good.
He's got a lot of confidence in his abilities, but you can't take on an entire team without help.
That's what they need right now, confidence.
Yes.
Perhaps a surplus of it. As Kamay this time. Not that time for Christian.
Well, he was bothered. Foul before the assist.
So our officials will take another look on what transpired. As we have almost 2 minutes passing by in Chapter 3.
Well, normally when they do that, it's not because there was no infraction, because they've blown the whistle and you can't take that back, but could be the level or the kind of infraction. Like a foul could get upgraded if necessary.
So we're gonna see it one more time. Again, our commissioner and head of the officials, Sir Joel Ngo.
Well, he bounced off Ceniza. So, no harm intended.
On sportsmanlike foul. So of all players, that's the player you don't want to set out for 3 playing minutes. Talking about Earl Ceniza.
Uh-oh.
First one is no good for Hamora. Again, member of the Gilas Pilipinas 3x3 national team. So it's a 9-point lead for San Beda and a chance to extend it, making it double digits, hopefully.
Romero's complaining because he gets his shot blocked quite a bit and he wants fouls.
Mendroso to Sarigumba for 3. Dom hits from outside.
And all day for that.
14-point lead now.
Now, this is the point in the game where Kienzel has to be careful. I was just going to say, not to let the lead get any bigger.
So apologies. Looks like Seniza wasn't the one called with an unsportsmanlike foul as he is still playing. So that's a bullet dodged for Kienzel.
Yes. But the thing is, I think they need Seniza and Baklig on the floor at the same time. Make it harder to defend.
Medroso inside, finding a crack on that wall.
And look at the defense of San Beda.
High pass, Kamay receives.
Now, he could have taken it strong if he wanted to.
Romero the spin. Romero going one-on-one outside to Seniza for three. One more time for the Pearl.
Well, he's the only one keeping them alive so far. The lead is still 13.
How will San Beda respond? Sarigumba. No good for Dom. Medroso the hustle. But it's out of bounds. As Dawis enters the game, same with Baklig and Villamor.
So now you have Baklig and Seniza on the floor, as I mentioned. And that's more threats, harder to defend.
And hopefully their other teammates can contribute, at least occasionally.
Yes.
Seniza double teamed. Again, what an honor to be double teamed by the San Beda Red Lions.
You know, he sticks his elbow out, forcing the defender to lean in on him, and that's where the foul is called. That's street smarts.
High IQ play indeed.
Yeah.
High IQ player. That is Earl Seniza.
And that's already 3 team fouls, or rather, the first team foul only for San Beda.
Swiped away by Alioso. Sarigumba this time. Dom is outside. Vailosis will attack. The spin, the scoop. Off the window, it's good for MJ.
Well, that was all created out of Seniza trying to reach in.
Alioso grabbing the steal.
3-on-2.
Aljay to the cutting Dom. No good. No good as well coming from MJ. But it's still with San Beda.
5.5 minutes to go, and not a dent made by Kienzel yet.
MJ to Medroso. Hawkins up top. Alioso way outside. Sarigumba to Medroso. Inside to Hawkins. 2 points.
Great play. Medroso already had the shot, but he passed it closer to the basket.
We're nearing the 5-minute mark of our period. Baklig. Tough shot won't fall. Medroso in transition, he gets fouled.
Well, nothing Seniza could do in that situation.
Three fouls already on the Pearl. That'll mean 2 freebies for the rookie. Again, Randale Medroso watched his former team, the Red Cubs, play last game and get the W.
Couple of substitutions in the backcourt for San Beda to sustain the tempo.
Second one on its way. 1 out of 2 for Randale Medroso. And here comes Baklig and company. Dawis against Mina.
There's a switch.
He puts one up. Short.
Ill-advised shot. You know, you had Seniza on the other wing. Oh, what a move.
Hide his might, says Randale Medroso.
And Seniza starting to complain a little too much to the referees.
Make it 4 fouls now for Earl Seniza.
He's got to sit down. They need him to finish the game.
We take another look again. Randale Medroso. acrobatic, creative move. More importantly, makes it a three-point play. And now we turn it over to Viance Puspos for a report.
Significant lead on the scoreboard, and the Kianzal Believers are putting their fate on getting the rebounds in order to hopefully close that gap. Both teams know that they must stand in their defense, with the Red Lions attempting to simultaneously focus on their zone offense while also sharpening their court vision so they won't get blindsided by the Believers. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Viance, and obviously easier said than done.
Oh yeah, definitely. The 19-point lead. And with Siniza on the floor, the Believers are practically playing one-legged here. Not too many second shots. They're starting to miss from the outside. And San Beda playing unselfish basketball.
They actually have a lot of possible prospects who can contribute.
Yes.
But for some reason, you know, it's not working. As Baklig will fade away.
Yeah, well, we call that the embarrassment of riches.
It's basically 2-on-5 right here. I mean, 2 for Kianzal against the whole roster of San Beda. Mina. Not that time. J.E. Lopez, no good as well.
Yes, but see, they're keeping the ball on their side of the floor.
Mina one more time. Still won't hit.
That was 3 attempts. And Kianzal only gets 1.
Dawis.
Too far out. Start the
Baklig.
play. Foul is downstairs, but still a long way to go before getting San Beda into the penalty.
Another chance for Kianzal. They're now trailing by a bunch. 17 to be exact. Romero. 1-on-1 against Alioso.
Can tell he wanted to shoot the ball. With San Beda, there's always the threat of a double team.
3 to shoot for Romero. Baklig gets it. Quick fire.
Had to beat the clock.
Ronray Tolentino. Able to cross half court. Lopez all day to shoot from 3. Gets it to go.
20-point lead, partner.
The Morong Rizal native extends the lead. Reed. Drop pass to Martinez. Good for 2 points.
That's what he's got to do, get the other players involved, because they're just watching the play and they don't have confidence in their own ability to carry the load.
Alioso to Lopez. One more time. Won't fall.
Minute and a half to go.
Baklig to Villamor.
Problem is when they miss, they don't get the ball back.
Alioso, high pass. Lopez once again. A 3-man weave in transition.
He's looking at the referee because he got hit on the head.
Villamor fades away.
Well, everybody trying to get in on the act, which is not a bad thing, but they're trying to do it solo.
Perhaps more team basketball should be present. Alioso for 3. Gets it to go. There's now a 21-point lead.
Oh! Foul? The official from the opposite side of the floor called it. So nevertheless, it will stick.
Baklig outside. Martinez provides the pick. Baklig.
Oh, that's a foul. Knocks him down, then helps him up.
Ironic sequence. But you gotta love the sportsmanship showed by Tolentino and Peregrina.
And now they're in the penalty.
So
Only
Baklig.
29 seconds left, though.
Of course, fatigue is inevitable.
Yeah. And you know, can you imagine if this Kianzel team had a real big man?
And if you put a Ron Ray Tolentino in them, perhaps they will have a chance.
Yeah.
Or perhaps
Tolentino,
someone like Lawrence Hawkins.
Tolentino hasn't even been shooting. He's just passing the ball around.
William Moore nabs a steal.
Good block.
5 to shoot. Lopez. Mina gets it. That'll end our third period. 68 to 47. Big time lead for the San Beda Red Lions, but I'm sure if you told me you did not expect this, you'd be lying. And that is our score. We'll be back for more basketball. This is once again the NDSL 25 and under division. '68 to 47. San Beda on top as we enter the fourth and final period. And Kianzel still fighting for their lives. Right now, it's
a 21-point game, Cholo. And the question you always ask is, can you score 21 points more than your opponent in a single quarter? Because when you look at the score, 47 divided by 3 is only less than 16.
That's gonna be the challenge. Obviously, you know, you need more than 21 as well, considering your opponents will also score.
Definitely.
I mean, with someone like Daniel Marcelo in the lineup, for sure they will. As Romero dives for it. Baklig now against Kuldora. He'll get blocked, but there's a call.
Well, the scorers of Kianzel, to their credit, are getting a lot of fouls and going to the free throw line a lot. But that's only a stopgap measure. By the way, Seniza is back on the floor for the Believers, but he's got 4 fouls.
They will need his production. Of course, it's a gamble on the defensive side. Baklig, first one. A second one, rather. 0 out of 2, or 1 out of 2. Marcelo for 3. Too strong.
It's okay to make a mistake once in a while, but don't make several mistakes in a row. The other team will get momentum.
Seniza for 3. Won't fall.
And look at the pace that San Beda is maintaining. It's like they're the ones trailing.
Marcelo one more time, won't work. Torculas will attack. Won't finish, gets it back. 2 points.
Case in point. You know, there were more orange shirts under the basket, but they're not positioning properly.
And of course, Aldo's significantly taller than everybody else. Baklig No good from Villamor as well.
But nobody else under the basket for Kianzel.
Marcelo Torculas took his time. We'll get that to drop.
Well, Kianzel is daring them to shoot from the outside. 25-point lead now.
Almost 2 minutes passing by our final period. Baklig. JC Bonzalida on him. Baklig dancing. Reed drops it. Villamor, 2 points.
Good play, but that's one of the things that Baklig does that Siniza does not do. Baklig creates situations.
Torres.
Oh.
Sorry, miss.
Be doing the Maikan drill tomorrow in practice.
For sure. They'll be shooting 1,000 freebies. Another look on that Reed Baklig drop pass to Villamor for 2 points, but they still are facing a big time of a lead. 23 to be exact. But we're seeing a familiar face in this game. Justin Elduayan entering. Played a while ago in our first game.
Well, as you're under the age limit. But I think it's too late for him to really make a difference here. And the size disparity is just too much.
Seniza, 2 points.
And one thing I admire about Siniza is his ability to finish the shot. A lot of players, you know, occasionally lapse into missing free throws.
Again, that's the luxury of having Earl Seniza on your lineup. But Daniel Marcelo ruins the fun.
Talk about luxury. Look at this lineup of San Beda. Like men against boys.
Aldos Torculas.
Oh,
Fumbling the layup. He's more comfortable with dunk, safe to say.
I'll be doing the layup drills tomorrow.
That's for sure.
The coaches are making notes. Okay, what do we make this guy do in practice? Missed free throws, take 100.
100 won't be enough. Marcelo. Oldora. Bonzalida in the middle. 2 points for
Finally.
JC.
The entire game, when he's gotten the ball, he's kept his back to the basket and handed it out.
Elduayan dancing. Still has some energy from his game a while ago. And he gets that to drop.
Well, 24-point lead, 6 minutes. The math does not look good.
Again, mathematically possible, but improbable. Marcelo.
That's a foul.
3 free throws coming up for Daniel Marcelo, again, former CEU Scorpion. Under 6 minutes remaining in Chapter 4. First one is good for Daniel Marcelo. You know, not the first Marcelo to don a San Beda jersey
Oh, yeah.
and be great.
David Marcelo was a huge backup center back in the day, 6'6".
But this time, a guard version of our Marcelo. Daniel Marcelo this time. And he's actually known to be a high flyer, but for this tournament, he's been scoring from the mid-range and the three-point line.
Well, they know there's a demand for bigger and bigger guards at the collegiate level. So if you're a tweener, you've got to decide.
We're near the halfway mark. Bonzalida outside. Daniel asking for a pick. Miles to Daniel again for 3. Torres getting called.
That's twice now. four-man substitution for the Red Lions.
They leave Bonzalida. Oh, wait a minute. Looks to be a full 5 now. I thought Bonzalida stayed. He's replaced by Tolentino. He's along Vailoses, Alioso, Medroso, and Mina.
So could this be the scrub team for San Beda?
Yes, 2 rookies.
I think they've finally decided that, okay, I guess we can take it easy now.
Villamor. Dawis. Could have made those kinds of shots earlier in the game.
Yes, it would have made some difference.
Dawis running. Villamor was asking for it. Brandon takes it strong to the cup. He'll draw the foul.
You know, they've got, well, if they want to at least cut this lead down, they should run it up. Score as fast as possible.
2 freebies coming up for Dawis. First one is no good.
And every little bit helps.
They're facing a 22-point deficit.
And that's 8 possessions. Or maybe 7 if you make 7 3-point shots, but then the other team's gonna score 2.
Alioso. They swing it around. Back to Alj outside for 3. Won't work for Alj. Tolentino gets blocked.
But you know, good identification of who's open.
Villamor gets it. He'll go left. Almost a steal. He'll keep it alive. Dawis tries from deep. In and out. He'll get it back.
They get a fresh 14.
Romero. Way to the side to Rosario. They'll go to the 3 ball.
Well, that's all she wrote, I guess.
Mina for 3. Bang!
Back to a 24-point game.
Zairus Mina, one of the premier shooters of the Team A of San Beda, as we all know. Again, this is a mixture of Team A and Team B players. Mina, part of Team A, as he was a former JRU Light Bomber, and he gets a steal. MJ to the cutting teammate Medroso, not that time. Dawis changing gears, scoring.
Nice little head fake.
Under 3 minutes remaining. Alioso to Mina. MJ for 3. Still won't hit.
Boy, can't even get an outlet pass.
Vailoses diving, or not diving, but just really great effort on saving the basketball. This time it's Mina. No good. Vailoses finally gets a friendly bounce.
Oh, biggest lead of the game. Oh no, it matches the biggest lead of the game, 24 points. Coming up on the last 2 minutes.
Rosfer Parad and Cian Gulioso not really capitalized and used in this game by Coach Judah Villamor. So that remains a question. Brandon Dawis makes a shot, but again, could have made those ones earlier.
He wasn't getting too many touches also.
Medroso overcomes the shot.
And their scorer is playing Mission Impossible in the background.
Mission impossible indeed.
Turnover. 1 minute, 27 seconds to go. Neither team in penalty. 22-point lead.
Alioso. San Beda continuing to play with their cards. This time, Del Rosario, that'll be a miss, and slowly but surely San Beda finding light at the end of the tunnel. All they have to do is burn some time.
Under a minute. Give and go.
MJ will score 2. And hopefully he'll be part of the Team A of the San Beda Red Lions next season. But you know, based on this roster, they have a stacked pool.
Definitely.
So of course, these kinds of leagues serves as a tryout as well. For Kianzel again, hopefully it's going to be a better outcome for them. And as we all know, they are a collegiate team, a mix of high school and collegiate players from the AMA University Kings. A few bright spots for them: Earl Siniza, Reed Baklig, Cian Gulioso, Justin Elduayan. And by the way, Elduayan still has 2 more playing years in our NASCO League.
Cool.
And that'll do it for our game, 89-63, San Beda. Again, from the get-go, knowing they had a different kind of advantage and just capitalizing in every way they could. And right now, they're gonna bring home the bacon and remain undefeated in our 25 and under division. On the other hand, KNZL dropping to 1-2, now having a losing record. Hopefully they can, you know, neutralize things. But for now, that's gonna be the game. Congratulations to Coach Andre Santos for this dub. And for our best player of the game, we're just still waiting because obviously a lot of players really performed on the side of the Red Lions. But for now, let's take a look at the move of the game. It's this attack coming from NJ Viloses, the rookie, showing some moves. Again, San Beda High School standout, now training with the Red Lions, hoping for a spot in their Team A in the NCAA. That is our move of the game. And for our player of the game, again, that's going to be a challenge, but only one can be chosen. And it's this guy. It's Mr. Hawkins, playing with babies, playing with children, and grabbing the ball from their opponents like grabbing candy from a baby. That's how easy it was for Lawrence Hawkins of the San Beda Red Lions. And now we turn it over to Vionze Puspos for our player of the game interview.
Thank you, Cholo. Again, I am with Lawrence Hawkins, the best player for today's game with 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 over 4 field goals. Congratulations on your win. First, Coach has shared with me earlier that the real question now, you've got the talent, but the real question now is, can you stay consistent? So can you discuss with us how you make sure to execute those practice plays consistently so you could translate your trainings into actual wins?
First of all, my training is like, I'll be more practice hard for sure na makapag-laro po ako dito sa game na maayos and more, as you said, consistent. I can say yes, I can work on it, and then that's it.
Aside from practicing hard, and we all know you practice hard, we can see that on that court. Pero ano pa bang sa tingin mong hindi pa nakikita sa'yo ng mga nanonood na talagang tinatago mo pa at kaya mo pang ipakita sa mga susunod na laro?
I think my shooting.
Shooting, okay, we'll look forward to that. Do you have anyone that you'd like to thank?
I would like to thank Coach Andre and Coach Rolf, and especially my mom. She's in Kuwait. Thank you for supporting me, non-stop supporting, and yung mga friends ng mother ko, I would like to shout out.
Well, that's so sweet. Again, congratulations. This has been Lawrence Hawkins, the best player for today's game.
Thank you very much, Vionze. And that is Mr. Hawkins again earning the best player of the game honors. And you know, for someone as big as him, you'd be surprised that he's a shy guy. But then again, you know, he let his game do the talking, and for this day, he'll go home with a bacon. And that is our game, but stay tuned again. We're only halfway our day. Our next game still in the 25 and under division is the San Gabriel Seraphs going up against the Adamson Soaring Falcons, another collegiate matchup. And once again, this has been Cholo Pangilinan, V. Bill Velasco, and Beyonce Puspus. And this is the one and only National Developmental Sports League Basketball Series.